Hello, my beautiful people. It is I, it is her, it is she, it is Coach. And today I want to talk to you about your 24 hours. This morning I woke up at about 4:45. That's the time I set my alarm to go off at 4:45 in the morning, right? And it goes off every single day at 4:45 in the morning. And for the last week and a half, I want to say I've been snoozing that button. I've been hitting the snooze button, right? And I have not been doing the things that is necessary for growth for myself when it came to the morning portion, right? And so in the mornings, I like to get up. I like to read my Bible. I like to talk to my Heavenly Father. And then I like to work out. I like to exercise because that gets me in a good headspace to attack the day and any obstacles or craziness or better yet, foolery that may come my way. I am clear-headed and I'm focused, right? But for the last week and a half, I have been snoozing that button because I've started a new adventure and I'm doing something different and my time is off and I'm tired more and I want to sleep more, right? But this is for growth, right? Mental growth, right? My financial growth, right? So I'm working on that piece in my life right now, the financial piece. I'm working more and more focused into that piece of my life because, truth be told, I'm not getting any younger, even though I might want to be. But anyhow, right? So I'm working on that piece, and by me working on that piece of my financial growth, it does take a little bit out of me because I am doing a lot of mental work, right? A lot of mental thinking, mental work, mental focus in order for that piece of my life to get to the level where I wanted to get at and me be okay and satisfied and complete with that, right? But in the meantime, as I'm working on that piece, like I said, I've been doing this now for like a week and a half. Haven't been that long that I've steadily been in it, like for a flow. And I have been tored. Your girl's been tored, okay? So I've been tired and I haven't been putting my all into my workouts. And I would do like a 10-minute workout and call that a day, or a 5-minute workout and call that a day. But I wasn't doing anything that was really hitting the surface as far as making me feel more clarified in my deliverance in reference to myself and my body, my being and my spirit, my whole entire self, right? And so this morning when the alarm went off, I said, I laid there and I said to myself, I had a whole mental pep talk. And the pep talk was, you cannot expect to get to a level 10 of your life. You're still at level 6. How can you get to level 10 if you're not, giving 140%, 200% of yourself to yourself? Now, get up and go do the work. And so when I said that to myself, I, asked my Heavenly Father to give me the strength to get up. I said, please give me the strength to get up. And so 4:53 came and I looked back at that clock and I said, I'm getting up. And so I got up and I actually did a whole full 30-minute workout. And I haven't worked out for 30 minutes in over a week and 3 days, right? A week and 3 days. I have not worked out for 30 minutes. I've been doing 10 5-minute workouts, right? That really ain't really doing nothing for me. I don't feel like it's helping me anyway. But as long as I'm moving my body, I felt okay, right? But I noticed that for that week and them 3 days, my anxiety started to creep back in just a little bit. So I'm like, okay, why am I having anxiety? I'm not doing anything that's crazy. I am scaling up my financial stability. So why am I feeling this way? And then I realized because I've let go of a piece of my life and I let that little piece dwindle down, that is a part of my level of staying firm and steady and stable basically in reference to when it came to my health, right? So my plate is always on point, right? I'm always vegetables and fruits, legumes, beans, seeds, nuts. I'm always there. That is a piece of me that's never going to go away, because I'm always going to focus on my plate. But the piece that I was letting dwindle down was the piece that I needed most, was to give me that extra energy, give me that extra push to set me up for the day, which was the workout. And so I want you to understand that what we do in life, and in our personal life, and in our physical life, and in just this whole entire thing called life, it affects us in every moment, in every aspect of it. So if you're choosing, as I was choosing, to not stay firm in my deliverance of this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to work out, I'm going to show up for myself 30 minutes a day, even though I'm scaling another area in my life, I still have to make sure that I'm stable in this area, and this area doesn't lapse. This area doesn't stop. This area still has growth. This area still is a part of me, and it's very important. And when you look at the overall, you got to think about what's important to you, right? And so I realized this morning as I'm sitting here in the car, and I'm like, what's really important? And as women, we make time for what we really want to make time for. If we don't want to do it, we just ain't going to do it. If we don't want to show up, we just not going to show up. But what are you really doing when it comes to your health? Like, that is a part of your daily living. And if you're not literally in tune and physically in tune and intentionally in tune with taking care of you, then you're doing your body a whole misjustice. Like, it just isn't going to work. And that's what I had to understand. My plate can be great, right? My plate's always going to be great. That plate's always going to be on point. It's nothing that you can tell me about my plate, because I already know what my body needs and what my body is comfortable with, and with the foods I want to put in it. But when it came to that one piece, I don't really need to exercise all the time. I got that down. I've been doing that. I lost this amount of weight. I'm good to go. That is a part of my lifestyle. And so that is something that I have to continue to do. And so I say this to tell you is that you have things that you put in place that's a part of your life. And if you are lacking in a part that you know that you need to give more attention to, I would advise you to go back, reevaluate, and step up the plate to that particular area in your life. If you know that you are wanting to do certain areas and certain things in your life, like if you know you want to clean up your credit, step up the plate and make sure that you're making financial steps that's going to make the move that you need to make in reference to getting that FICO score where it needs to be. If you want to purchase a home, step up the plate and do the work to make sure that you're getting the best offer there is, the best APR out there, the best loan out there, the best realtor out there. Step up the plate. You have to understand that what you put into your life is going to be exactly what you get out of it. If you're putting trash, junk, and nothing into it, you're going to get exactly that, trash, junk, and nothing into it. But if you're starting to put a little bit of effort, a little bit of growth, a little bit of extra oomph, and really meaning and being intentional and purposeful into the things and the areas in your life that you want to have succeed, you're going to see steps and bounds, and you're going to see growth in those areas. So again, I ask you, what area in your life have you let go and you stopped putting that focus into, and now you're focusing on something else, but you know for a fact that that part of your life was a part of your growth. It was a part of you doing the best that you could do for you, and you stopped doing that piece. Step back up to the plate. Step back up to the plate and do the necessary things that's able and that you're capable of completing for yourself. There is no one that's going to be on top of you more like you. There's no one that's going to show up more like you, because you know you, and you know exactly what it is that you need from you to show up and to be the better person that you need to be in your life. So do what's necessary when it comes to your health, when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your mentality. Don't drop the ball on yourself. And that's the message that I had to convey to myself this morning. Yolanda, don't drop the ball on yourself because you got complacent with, I can work out and it's going to be all right. I ain't gaining no weight. I still look good. I'm still great and gravy. However, you want that same stability to continue on, and you want that to be a part of your lifestyle. So what did I have to do? I had to get up. I had to get up at that 4:53 hour, and I needed to move my body, and I did it for 30 minutes, and I showed up. And because I showed up, I feel fantastic, phenomenal. So now when I go into my meeting, I'm more focused, I'm more in tune. And because I've done the necessary things, not only with my plate, but also for my intentional physical being, I did my internal and my external. So that makes a big difference in my life. And in order for me to continue to see growth, not only in my financial piece, but also in my mental piece and my health, I have to keep showing up in that particular area of my life. I started there, so I have to stay and making sure that I give my body what it needs in order for it to continue to give me what it needs. So always know that you have the ability and the capability to do what's necessary when it comes to your health. But if you're not doing the things that's necessary when it comes to you and your health and being intentional when it comes to you and your health, then the ball's going to get dropped. Things aren't going to happen and you're not going to feel as best as you possibly can. So step up to the plate. Stop being in that rut of, oh, I've already done that. It's going to be okay. I can pick that up at any time. Step up to the plate. Do what's necessary for your health. Do what's necessary for your mental. Do what's necessary for your physical. Do what's necessary for your financial. Do what's necessary for your spiritual beings, And do what's necessary in all areas of your life that's going to make it happen and make it look good for you and make sure that you're showing up for you on purpose and intentional. This is Coach, and I want you to have a phenomenal day. Do you know why, honey? Do you know why? Because you are above ground. And for that, you have to be thankful. Peace.